All right, credit spreads, they're trash. They suck. I'm going to tell you all the reasons why. I'll give you a brief overview of what a credit spread is in case you don't know. I'll let you know why everyone thinks it's so great and why YouTubers will come out and tell you it's the greatest way to grow a small account, or I make this amount of money every single week selling spreads. Okay, cool. I can promise you probably won't. And I can promise you that those people aren't showing you the back half or telling you about when they get smoked. Because although credit spreads have a very, very high win rate, they have a very, very high win rate. I will give credit spreads that. When you lose, and you will get smoked in a credit spread, you are going to lose weeks, if not months, of premium earned. And that's if you're doing it every day. If you're doing a credit spread here or there, that time you get smoked, it is going to eat away profits and probably put you in a loss. Guys, if you start seeing things on growing small accounts, please, options is not the way to do it. Frankly, there's no great way. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but oh my gosh, so many people. And maybe I was that guy once too when I cared about clicks and views and growing my Discord and all that stupid shit. But like, guys, if you have not been trading options for at least a year, stop the video now and trust me. Do not trade credit spreads. If you've been trading options for over a year and you have a pretty good idea on how your asset moves, how to close, even though you're probably not going to be able to close your spread, how to roll, even though you're probably not going to be able to roll a credit spread. Okay, maybe at the end, I'll give you one situation in where I would consider it. And maybe sometimes I'll do it honestly. But for anybody that's learning options, you have so many other things to learn before growing your account on credit spreads or making weekly income with this easy credit spread strategy. You know, you're just being preyed upon. And I apologize for that. I used to be a part of the problem. Credit spreads are trash. Let me show you the math, and I'll show you that because the markets are open. I just want to show you on why people think it's great and why you're gonna get smoked eventually. And hopefully you only get smoked once to realize that I was telling you the truth. I mean, don't take it from me. Please get in the comments and tell me all the times or the one time you've been smoked by credit. Or furthermore, tell me your success rate in credit spreads. Call me a donkey and say, Brad, I've been trading credit spreads for 4 years now. I've never got smoked. Do that. Let's see if we can get more people in the comments that have got their asses kicked by credit spreads as opposed to the people that have had unlimited success. Maybe some of my YouTubers will show up in the comments and tell me all the ways that they love to grow their $3 million account by trading credit spreads. And that's good for somebody that has a $5,000 account. Yeah, okay. I'm opening the computer. Let's look at a credit spread. Guys, when I log into this, guys, a credit spread is just a way to like cheat having to put up collateral, right? It's a cheat code, essentially. And yeah, like I said, can you make money off it? Yeah, but you're going to get lit up. Why is this different? I'll do the put side first, but why is this different than a cash secure put? Let me open an options chain and let's do everyone's favorite Tesla. Let's start with Tesla and explain the difference between a cash secure put and a put credit spread. And then we'll do a covered call and a call credit spread. They're essentially the same things. And then, like I said, you can tell me if I'm being crazy and dramatic, and this is really the best thing for a beginner that's learning how to trade options, that credit spreads are the way for them to grow their account quickly. Hold on, here we go. Here's the options chain for Tesla. Tesla is currently up again today. Good for Tesla. 342 is the current share price. We got 1 day till expiration. Let's just go out a week just so our numbers are just a little bit different, okay? So let's say you like Tesla and you want to own Tesla and you are ready to sell a cash secured put. Now what that means is that you will have the cash in your account to cover assignment of those shares if you are assigned. Maybe you're somebody that's conservative like me. So you're going to look for a delta of 0.2. We click down here, 5.9. We need to scroll a little bit more to 3.32. We see that's 6.6. I am on buy call, so that's probably why it's wacky. Sell put. Let's come back down to the share price. Now we have a delta of 3.3. Let's go a little bit more conservative. Let's go down maybe here will be 2.3. Okay, that's good enough. So You are happy at selling this delta at a $325, and you are going to make $390 in premium. Great. But you're going to say to yourself, the collateral I need to do so is $32,500. That is a lot of money for somebody. And everyone doesn't have that just sitting around in their portfolio. All right. Now, really what I want to say is then grow your portfolio. Like if you don't have 32 grand, then don't be trading with Tesla. It's volatile enough. That aside, what people now are going to tell you to do, and let's look at the pros and cons of this. If you had the 32.5, right? Here's the pros and the cons. The pro, it stays above 32, 325. It stays above there. You collect a total premium. You get all your collateral back. End of day, repeat next week. That's the best case. Worst case, like, oh my gosh. Worst case is that it tumbles below your strike and you need to buy these shares at $325. But even in that worst case scenario, at the end of the day, you had to spend $32.5, but you have 100 shares. Now, granted, if Tesla tumbled to like $100, is it going to do that in a week? Probably not. It could. If anybody could do it, it's Tesla. But worst case scenario, at the end of the day, you still have some shares. You still have 100 shares that you can sell calls on. You still have 100 shares that you could sell back at a loss or hold on to and bag hold for it to go back up for a gain. There's an exchange of shares at least. With the covered call, you give shares back, but then you get money. In spreads, it's just a money game. There's no shares. When the spread is over, the money settles. That's it. There's no recuperation. I don't think that's a word. There's no way to bag hold and really recoup a loss, if that makes sense. But here's what people are really saying, okay? And here is a put credit spread. As we head further away from the money, the premium drops. So if we take the difference of these premiums, when we sell, we collect. When we buy, we pay. A put credit spread is a sale close to the money and then a buy away from the money. And YouTubers will say, that's your downside protection. If it tumbles below, the put that you bought is going to protect the call. Great. But you're not getting any shares and you're still taking a loss on the difference in strike. Your max loss is the difference in strike. So maybe you went down here. So let's sell this put, right? If I sold this put, I'm going to need 32,500. But when you have that downside protection, let's say we go down to the 320 and we are now going to buy that. Okay, we're going to buy the 320. The difference in strikes is $5. So your max loss is $500 minus the premium you collected. So we sold for $389, $383. We bought for $274. That gives us a credit of $100. Yay, we make $100 every single week. But you have to understand, okay? You need to be right for this to happen. You need to be right 5 weeks in a row, right? With our max loss being $500. You need to be right 5 weeks in a row to break even on this strategy, okay? Now, what is the likelihood, especially with something that's as volatile as Tesla, dropping by that amount in a week? It can happen. And maybe you're one of those people that doesn't believe that it can happen. I don't know. The max loss here, $392. All right, so maybe it's not 5. It's going to be 3. So, but once a month, if you get smoked, you're going to break even on this strategy. All right? And most people, the greedy people, aren't going to buy at $5. They're going to lower this strike so they collect more premium. Maybe we go down to 310. Hooray, we collect 250. Now our profit is 250, but our max loss is 1249, right? So now once again, you're looking at that 3 to 4 weeks. And guys, all it takes, I used to trade credit spreads. All it takes is that 1 week where things don't go to plan and you are going to wipe out so much profit, especially as a beginner that doesn't know how to roll, doesn't know how to control and manage their trade, doesn't know how to close their trade. Like I said, if you're a pro trader, go for it, man. If you want to take some YOLO risks on this, go for it. Here, frankly, is the only case that I would really do it if I really wanted to trade Tesla and I didn't have $32,500 and I wanted to be greedy because I thought I was the best trader ever. If I'm doing this, I'm taking my buy leg all the way down to $5 in premium. I'm really just doing it. Now, my max loss, 12,120. That's if it goes all the way down to 200. Okay, they show you here, if it goes all the way down to 200, you're screwed. I'm just going to do that just to get rid of the collateral need, right? Because now I only need 12,000 in collateral. I don't need the 32. But still, like, when you are taking shortcuts with the market, you are playing with fire. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You don't need to grow your portfolio quickly. If you're going to do that, get into crypto, right? Don't trade credit spreads if you're trying to get rich quick. You know, get burned quick, win or lose quick. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Let's look at this exact same thing on the other side, because this can be done the other way as well. Maybe we think that Tesla is going to climb in price and we want to have, we don't own 100 shares. So we can't sell a covered call, right? A covered call, you're going to use your shares. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to find a delta around 0.2, 0.26. Let's go one more. Let's be conservative. 0.24. Okay, one more. Let's go. That's good. 0.22, right? If I had 100 shares, because I did it the right way and I collected 100 shares over time and I invested every single week, I sell this call. I get myself $355. But I want to grow my portfolio quick and I don't want to buy 100 shares. I want to try and cheat the market. Okay. I want to be a typical retail trader that big traders and big corporations feed off of. And I'm going to buy upside protection for a spread here. We'll go up to here. I get myself $100. But if Tesla goes on a run, how much is it up this week? If Tesla goes on a run and it goes above 367, you are going to start to lose money. And if it goes above 375, you're going to lose $647. And you're not going to have shares that you can do the wheel with. You're going to have nothing. You lost all your money doing this trade. Not all your money, but you lost all the money in this trade. I hope that it makes sense, okay? Guys, I keep saying it over and over again. There is no get rich quick. People that get rich quick are like drug dealers. Eventually, they're going to get caught. You're going to see them in their mansions. You're going to see them driving fancy cars. Eventually, they are going to end up in jail. It's the same here, okay? People that try and cheat the market, myself included, I'm speaking from experience. I've been doing this since 2016. There is a reason why I just sell options on ETFs, okay? There's a reason why. Because I've gotten burned so many times, and only so many times you're going to get punched in the face before you realize you shouldn't try and fight a bully. The market doesn't care about you. And either do the YouTubers that are telling you the fastest way to grow your account is by selling credit spreads. Am I against spreads? No. I love the poor man's covered call. I buy Leaps options all the time. But those are debit spreads where we are paying. And still a lot needs to go right. Right? There's still a gamble. I mean, but yikes. Credit spreads. Look at that. Get in the comments. Tell me all the success you've had with credit spreads. Tell me that you've never been burned. I would love to hear it. I clap when people win. And also tell me how long you've been trading for. Because I'm here to protect the people that are just learning this. The people that have done a couple calls, they've done the wheel, and they've done the wheel for 6 months and they're like, oh, I'm ready. The wheel's getting too slow for me. I want to boom, boom, boom. That's what I did. And maybe I'm not you. They're trash. That's all I got to say about that. I'll catch you on the next video.